What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a video on what I bring to every airsoft game. This is pretty much geared towards outdoor gameplay as opposed to indoor gameplay. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you could kind of see before, everything's set up in like 4 different stations. So first we have the guns in the gun bag and other things that I keep in there. So up top we have the G&P Magpul MOE Carbine. This can be changed out depending on what I'm playing. Sometimes I'll use the LM4 right here, and sometimes I can use the MP7 right here, or even the CQR or a MP5A5. But the G&P is pretty much my go-to weapon for outdoors. Under the G&P I have the KWA KM4 RAS. That's pretty much my go-to secondary. That's just if my G&P fails me. And as you can see, for each gun, I have a couple batteries next to them. For the G&P, I have 2 LiPo batteries. This one being a 7.4 and this one being an 11.1. At first, I'll use the 7.4, and if I need to, like if this dies, I'll use the 11.1. But I tried to avoid using the 11.1 just because it gives the gun like a crazy high rate of fire. And for the KWA, I have 2 batteries, and that's just because if the first battery dies, then you have a second one so you can keep playing. For every game I go to, I bring a barrel cover. That's just for plain safety. It's always a good idea to cover up your barrel when you're not using the gun, just that way you can prevent negligent discharges. And I have the cleaning / unjamming rod right here. That's just so I can obviously unjam my weapon in combat, so I don't have to go all the way back to staging. Sometimes I'll bring a secondary, sometimes I won't, but when I do, it's an Elite Force 1911 in a Blackhawk Serpa holster. This is actually brand new, I got it like 2 days ago. Moving along to the plate carrier, I'm running the LBT 6094A in Coyote Brown. I'm not going to go over the whole setup of the vest right now, but I will go over the contents. For ammunition, I'm running 6 midcaps and 2 high caps right there. And I have Blackhawk gloves. I don't really remember the model name, but they just clip onto my carabiner I have in my plate carrier. And then I have a Leatherman kick. This goes into my admin pouch, like where the vertical pouch is. And in my opinion, it's always a good idea to bring a multi-tool with you, so that way you can fix any issues you have out in the field without having to go back to your car or a staging area. Next thing I keep in my admin pouch is the Sharpie. The only main reason why I keep it in there is for writing on the map right here. By the way, I keep a map in my admin pouch of any field I go to, so that way if I get lost or if I need to get somewhere, I know how to by looking at the map. Next, I have the dead rag. This is pretty much mandatory for any field you go to, or at least optional. But even if it is optional, I recommend you take one so that way you don't get shot 1,000 times when you're already hit. Now you might find this part of the video a little bit overboard and obsessive, but in my opinion it's not really that obsessive, because when you're out in the field, you're out in the woods and there's not a hospital within 5 miles of you, you need to find a way to treat yourself with any injuries you come across. So that's why I carry these items. The first item is the Israeli Bandage. The Israeli Bandage was kind of designed for gunshots and major trauma wounds, but I carry it just in case if you fracture anything, a compound fracture occurs and you need to compress the wound. I don't really know the correct terminology because I'm not trained for this, but kind of know how to use this stuff. Next thing I carry is Quikclot. That's just for stopping bleeding. If you get a major gouge in your body or something, you can stop the bleeding. The next thing I carry is just a little bit of gauze. That's just for dressing some wounds. Then I carry insect sting relief, some small band-aids, alcohol prep pads, antibiotic ointment, medical tape, and medical gloves. All of this stuff right here goes in this bag. And then I keep medical shears and a little cleansing towel thing, which I got from a hotel, just to clean your hands before or after you take off the gloves. And I carry electrical tape, which just goes on a carabiner on my vest. Alright, moving on to the hydration carrier and backpack. I'm running the Camelback Hydro Pack as well as the Tactical Tailor Removable Operator Pack. As for hydration goes, to put it simply, you need to bring hydration to whatever field you go to just to keep yourself from becoming dehydrated. Now for the backpack, I carry 4 spare mags, as you can see right here. and some BBs, obviously just for after games I need to reload my mags. Then a couple speed loaders for loading up my mags, and then a camera case. This comes in handy not for many other people, not your average airsofter, but for me, since I record my games, I need to have a way of providing myself with batteries and spare cameras if my main camera fails me. So I have that and a bunch of other cables and stuff in this compartment at my disposal. And I carry a first aid kit. That's just a general first aid kit. If I get hurt back a staging area, if someone else gets hurt, I can treat them. It's just convenient to have. Finally, I'm going to be covering my helmet, goggles, BDUs, face mask, and boots. In my opinion, every airsofter in the woods should be using boots. They support your ankles and protect your feet, so that's why I run boots. Alright, for the helmet, it's an Emerson Fast helmet. As you can see, it has the GoPro up top, external battery in a counterweight pouch on the back, and a USB cable going to the front. So I use that to protect my head and film games. Underneath the helmet, I have Lancer Tactical Goggles. Eye protection in airsoft is 100% mandatory, and you can't get by without it. So I use goggles, the Lancer Tactical ones, because they're cheap and effective. Next, I'm going to be covering the TMC Iron Face Mask. I've been using this face mask about 50% less of the time that I've been using it before, just because I'm 18 now and I don't necessarily need it for every single game I play. And just a little easier to fit your goggles to your face without it. So yeah guys, that's all my gear. That's everything I bring to all the games I play. If you have any questions about the gear, you can ask me in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching.